Extenuating circumstances there might be, but the league table ultimately doesn't lie. And 7th place at the end of November just isn't acceptable for a club like Milan. Paulo Fonseca remains confident that his rossoneri side can challenge for the Scudetto, but they begin tonight's match against Empoli just 3 points clear of their opponents. Saturday evening football under the lights at San Siro. It's Milan-Empoli. All smiles for Paulo Fonseca. He claims that pressure is part and parcel of the job when you work in football at the highest levels. Certainly Milan are very much in the upper echelons, not only in Europe. Fonseca makes 6 changes to the 11 that won in Slovakia. Ciao, Gabbia and Emerson Royal all come into the back line, while Rafael Leao and Musa are restored. Morata is back to lead the line. Youssef Fofana is just a yellow card away from missing Friday's trip to Bergamo to take on Atalanta. He needs to be careful this evening. Theo Hernandez continues to skipper Milan when Calabria's not in the side. Ardian Ismaili has been superb so far this season for Empoli. It's one of the reasons why. Just the one alteration for Roberto D'Aversa and Empoli this evening compared with the team that drew against Udinese. Anchorin is fully fit again and is preferred to Cacace in a slightly more conservative formation. Pellegrini has scored in 3 straight matches. Lorenzo Colombo starts against his parent club, as does the goalkeeper, Davis Vázquez. Tammy Abraham has been a reliable source of goals. Milan will hope they don't necessarily need him to bail them out in the second half. They would like a comfortable, convincing win. Chance to be a fine thing. Two straight draws for Milan in Serie A, but it has to be maximum points this evening, you sense, for the rossoneri, if they are to alleviate some of that pressure on Paulo Fonseca. But Empoli have only been beaten 3 times so far this season. They will not be pushovers by any means. They lost away at Lazio, they were beaten at home by Napoli, and most recently they were defeated on their own patch by Inter. Milan immediately on the front foot. Here's Emerson Royal. Now Pulisic. Viti goes across to meet him. And even then, when Empoli were beaten 3-0 by Inter, that's because they had a player sent off in the first half in the shape of Saba Goglicice. Fofana. Reijnders can find Theo Hernandez here. Empoli sitting immediately very deep. This is Rafael Leao. Lovely step from him. Rafael Leao with the cross. Emerson Royal asking for a penalty. Federico Dionisi pauses, and now he stops play because Malé is claiming it caught him in the face. Viti saying, why would he go down holding his face unless it struck him between the eyes? This is Anchorin. Did well to collect it. He's got Henderson in support. Colombo takes over. That was struck fiercely. Petzella looking for space to deliver. It's reached Colombo. This is Pellegrini. Back for Malé, who's very left-footed. Confirmation of that fact. New contract is reportedly imminent for Theo Hernandez. Gabbia's already signed a new deal. Leao for Theo Hernandez, and now Morata. Just 3 passes to open up Empoli, and Morata drags it wide. He's claiming there was a touch, and Vasquez. Good ball from Rafael Leao. Theo kept it moving. Morata with a diagonal run. Would have been a brilliantly executed goal in terms of its simplicity, and I think he had a case there as well, Morata. Perhaps fingertips from the Empoli keeper. Theo Hernandez. Reijnders might be tempted by the shot. He is, and he just cuts across it. Reijnders suggesting there was a deflection there. Didn't get a corner on the previous occasion. Lovely layoff there from Rafael Leao. And it worked its way back towards Tijjani Reijnders. Male. Nice idea, the interception from Emerson Royal. He stayed forward. Emerson Royal, Rafael Leao, and Morata! A little bit scrappy, but Morata puts it away. And Milan do get a relatively early goal here against Empoli. They had a couple of opportunities to get it clear, the visitors. They didn't deal with it. And Alvaro Morata has his first league goal since late September. Emerson heavily involved. Rafael Leao almost got his shot away. Smiley's block broke the way of Morata. You have to feel for the Empoli centre-back, but that's why they recruited Morata. Nothing more than half a chance, but he swept it away beautifully into the corner. Angerin. And again, stepping away from Musa. Good wing play here. Angerin with the cross. Colombo's header. It caught his shoulder as opposed to his head. Otherwise, he might have been celebrating an equaliser against his parent club. Fabulous work from Tino Angerin. Colombo got in front there. Pulisic's won it back here off Viti. Pulisic should really have teed up a teammate. Credit to him for regaining possession. But then he had Morata in support, Reijnders and Leao waiting for a square ball as well. Reijnders now into Rafael Leao, and it's through the defender's legs and straight at Davis Vasquez. Pulisic with the corner. Free head around the back for Gabbia. This is Emerson Royal. Viti wasn't sure, now the whistle's gone. I think there was a foul on the goalkeeper. Pretty sure Emerson's shot was going off target, but Viti, having stayed by the post, just poked it wide. Follow through, I think, from Musa. It's what caught Viti. And the referee waited for passage of play to come to a conclusion. Gabbia does have an eye for goal. Henderson's given it away. Morata for Rafael Leao. Pulisic demanding the ball. It's broken his way. Pulisic. It's another heroic block, this time from Viti. Goglicidze inadvertently teeing up Pulisic just as he's Smiley. Pulisic finding Musa. Musa for Morata. Important touch of a blue shirt there. Jarcy's given it away to Reijnders. Pulisic. And again, Morata. They've let Pulisic turn. Emerson Royal. Emerson again. This is Reijnders! Fabulous finish. Milan get their second goal just before the break. And he's certainly added goals to his game this season, Tijjani Reijnders. A constant threat from midfield with those late runs, and he showed it again here. A scorer at Monza, a scorer in Madrid. And now Tijjani Reijnders breaks down the Empoli resistance. It's a very similar finish to Morata's for the opening goal. The ball bouncing up, and just a controlled finish as he swept it away from Vázquez and into the corner. Musa showed too much to Petzella. Federico Dionisi about to call time on the first half, but on we go with Emerson Royal. Musa asking for a penalty. Did it catch Angerim's arm? We'll wait for the half-time whistle whilst the video assistant referee keeps tabs on this. Luca Pareto in conversation with Federico Dionisi. And confirmation that it is no penalty. The half-time whistle goes, but Milan have done what was expected of them. Hasn't always been the case so far this season. Reijnders, the Dutchman, doubled their lead after Morata, the Spaniard, opened the scoring. Empoli haven't offered a great deal. The Rossoneri in charge after 45 minutes. At the break, the scoreline reads Milan 2, Empoli 0. Time for Libby Kakache, and with him, Ola Solbakken for the second half as D'Aversa makes a couple of changes for the visitors. Petzella withdrawn for Kakache, that's like for like. Colombo hasn't re-emerged for the second half against his parent club, so Solbakken will play in a slightly withdrawn role just behind Pellegrini, who needs a bit more service if he is to really trouble the Rossoneri rear guard. Milan have a good platform to go on and win this game comfortably. If there is to be a next goal, it will be all important. If Empoli can find it, they're right back in the match. If Milan add a third, can say goodnight to the Azzurri. Away by Viti. Fofana has done some excellent work breaking up play in the middle of the park. That's nothing new, though. Pulisic. Late challenge coming in on the American. Malé with a shooting chance. Desperately unlucky. Maignan beaten. And Empoli strike the crossbar. Pellegrini, so good at holding the ball up. Now he releases Gyasi. Esposito on the edge of the box. Gabbia got there first. Henderson. Gyasi. This is Malé. Henderson. Malé with the ball in. Pellegrini. Oh, Esposito nearly rolled away from a couple of defenders. Fofana leading the charge now for Milan. This is where they thrive in transition. Tijjani Reijnders all the way through. Reijnders! He's got his second and Milan's third. There was just a parting of the blue waves there. And the Dutchman stepped in and slotted it home. That's where they are so deadly, Milan. On the counter with space to roam. Fofana did well. It's the movement of Rafael which takes away Goglicidze. Ismaili didn't step. And Ismaili unhappy that Vasquez didn't keep it out, but it goes through the defender's legs, which makes it hard for the keeper to see. And Reijnders always looked in complete control. Could have turned there, Esposito. I didn't realise there was no one behind him. Marinucci. Gyasi. Cacace for Esposito, that was a chance. And there, a slight weakness in Reijnders' game. He was switched off in his own box. Rafael, Morata in support. Rafael, Reijnders. Can he grab a hat-trick? Chukwueze. Reijnders demanding the ball. Chukwueze bends it. He's never getting enough curl on that. Here's Teo again. Clever turn. Emerson Royale. Camarda tried the spectacular. That would have gone round the world in a matter of seconds had he scored with an overhead kick there, the 16-year-old. It's not short of confidence. Pulisic, he can play in Reijnders here. Instead, Pulisic waits and dawdles ultimately. Now Chukwueze arriving. Chukwueze almost stabbed home by Abraham. Not quite enough contact on the ball. Ismaili wants someone to show for it, a holding midfielder. Camarda is going to intercept this. He's got away from Marinucci. Then he forgot the ball. Cleared only as far as Pulisic. Camarda's gone down and stayed down, but that is the end of the night. Tijjani Reijnders in particular, the difference maker for Milan this evening. He got the second and the third goal after Morata had opened the scoring. A clean sheet for Paulo Fonseca, a comfortable win. It's exactly what was required of his Milan side. It's exactly what the media have been calling for. Sterner tests lie ahead, but Milan return to winning ways in Serie A. And who knows where they end up come the end of the season. But for this evening, they were very much the superior side. It ends at San Siro, Milan 3, Empoli 0.